My name is Nicole Marinelli, and this is my husband, Craig. Craig was going here, and he invited me to go to his service, and I got touched, by the Lord. I was a victim of spousal abuse, and my former husband was emotionally, psychologically, and then during my battle with breast cancer, he was physically abusive and demanded a divorce while I was going through chemo. So I came to this church very broken. But through the grace of God, I went to a freedom session. In that program, I was able to deal with all the hurts that I was experiencing.
I grew up in Indiana, and I was saved in the 70s. After I was saved, I eventually joined the Air Force and was overseas for a long time, and moved back to the States, and I got a job here at McCord Air Base, and so I started working out there and had a house in Lacey. So eventually we started attending the church here. It was really biblically based, and it really kind of made me a rock in my faith as I worked in the missions field. I did a trip to Mongolia, and on that trip I was bringing in some things to a communist country that I wasn't supposed to bring in. And on the flight there I was wondering, well, how am I going to get these Bibles and these Jesus videos into the country? And I was standing in line thinking about that. I talked to a lady in front of me, and she introduced herself as Sandra Day O'Connor. And so the Supreme Court justice was on the same flight with me, and so God's got this, because everybody didn't want anything to do with me. They just went all to Sandra Day O'Connor, so I went right through immigration and customs and no questions.
I went on the first mission trip, and it was there that I witnessed the hand of God. I mean, miracles were happening, people were being healed, demons were being cast out, and the level of my faith just grew exponentially after this experience. Craig and I decided, well, why don't we go to Mexico and we'll plant a house church in Ensenada. So for the past 2 years, Craig and I have been down in Ensenada doing outreaches. We go to recovery homes for drug abuse. Some of these women were also victims of abuse. We came up with the idea of bringing Teen Challenge to Ensenada. So that's going to be also a part of our ministry, is a church plant, and then a Teen Challenge program.
During COVID, when we were down there, nobody was getting permits for any outreaches, and we applied for a permit down there in Rosarito, Mexico, and in all of Rosarito, we were the only ones to get a permit to have a outreach, and 500 people showed up, and so many people were saved that day. So God has just shown us over and over again that if you're willing and you're faithful to His Word, God provides, and He has that great message that He's always there for us. He's not a distant God, but He's a God that's close to us and wants to love us and take care of us.